Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. Boy, let me tell you something. I was sitting in my old recliner with a fresh cup of coffee when General Hospital came on last week, and I tell you, it grabbed me right from the start. I've been watching this show for more years than I can count, but these latest episodes with Josslyn Jax really got my blood pumping. That girl is in a heap of trouble, and I couldn't look away for a second. It all started building up when Joss ran into Cassius at the gym. She was asking him all kinds of questions, real direct-like, about his father, Cesar Faison. You could see right away that Cassius got a little uneasy, but he played it cool. Then Britt Westbourne opened her mouth and spilled the beans without meaning to. She told her brother that Joss wasn't just some silly college girl. She's a real WSB agent. Lord, the look on Cassius's face changed in a heartbeat. From that moment on, everything went downhill fast for poor Joss. Next thing I know, she's snatched up and locked away. Cassius ain't letting her go easy. That man is slick as a fox and twice as mean. He's been hidden who he really is, pretending to be Nathan West or some such nonsense. I sat there shaking my head thinking, oh honey, you poked the wrong bear this time. But Josslyn, she's got fire in her. She ain't the type to just sit quiet and wait for rescue. No, sir. What really shocked the life out of me was when Joss looked up and saw Spencer standing there in the same place she was being held. Spencer, the boy we all thought was dead and gone. My heart just about stopped. Joss's face went white as a sheet. You could see the pure terror and confusion in her eyes. How in the world is that young man working with Cassius? It don't make a lick of sense, and it hurts my heart to see it. I've watched Spencer grow up on this show, got into all kinds of mischief, and now here he is mixed up in something dark and dangerous. It feels like a betrayal, even though I know it's just a story. Joss tried to talk her way out, but Cassius made it clear she wasn't walking out of there alive if he had anything to say about it. That's when my favorite part happened. This brave young lady grabbed hold of something heavy and cracked him right over the head. I jumped up out of my chair and cheered like I was watching my own granddaughter fight for her life. That's my girl, I hollered at the TV. She's fighting tooth and nail for her freedom, and I respect the heck out of her for it. Now I'm sitting here worrying about what comes next. Cassius has got that same twisted blood as his daddy Cesar running through him. He's got some big secret project going on, the last nasty thing his old man left behind, and Joss has been digging too deep into it. She's playing a dangerous game, but she's doing it with courage most folks her age don't have. It reminds me of the strong women I've known in my own life. The ones who don't back down when trouble comes knocking. I keep thinking about how these stories hit so close to home sometimes. Life throws curveballs at all of us. One day everything seems normal, and the next you're fighting for your freedom against somebody you thought you could trust. That's what makes General Hospital so special to me after all these decades. It shows real human feelings. Fear, shock, bravery, and even betrayal, all wrapped up in one wild week in Port Charles. I'm counting down the days till the next episodes because I need to know if Josslyn makes it out safe. That girl's got more guts than most, and I'm rooting for her with everything I've got. I kept right on watching as Josslyn ignored every single warning thrown her way. Jack Brennan looked her dead in the eye and told her to back off. Dante Falconeri tried to talk some sense into her. Valentine Cassadine gave her that serious stare of his, and even Britt begged her to be careful. But that girl's got a stubborn streak a mile wide. She just kept pushing forward, determined as all get out to uncover what in the tarnation was really happening out at Windermere and what had truly become of Anna Devane. You could see it in the way she set her jaw. She wasn't letting nobody scare her away from the truth, no matter how dangerous it got. Then Friday's episode rolled around, and things turned downright scary right there in Josslyn's own apartment. Cassius showed up uninvited, confronting her with that smooth, slippery voice of his. Joss tried her best to stay calm and play it cool. She dodged his questions, kept moving around the room, and gently tried to guide him right back toward the door without making it too obvious. My palms were sweating the whole time. You could cut the tension with a knife. She was talking soft, trying to sound normal, but her eyes kept darting around like she was looking for a way out. Every time she took a step toward the door, he'd move closer. It felt like watching a cat toying with a mouse. Just when it looked like she might actually get him to leave, he reached out quick as lightning and grabbed her arm hard. The way he held on sent chills down my spine. That wasn't no friendly grip. It was the kind that says, you ain't going nowhere. The episode cut off right there on that freeze frame, leaving me hollering at the TV. Oh, come on now. I sat there for a good minute, just staring at the credits, my heart still racing. These cliffhangers are going to be the death of me one of these days. Now I'm sitting here wondering how Josslyn's going to get herself out of this tight spot. She's facing one of the biggest fights of her young life, and Cassius don't seem like the type to play fair. What exactly does that fellow want with her? Is he just trying to shut her up because she got too close to his secrets? Or is there something darker and meaner brewing in that head of his? Fans already know he ain't the perfect brother like Nathan was supposed to be. Pretending to be Nathan was bad enough. That's a low-down dirty trick that shows he's got no honor. But the way he's acting now makes me think he might be even worse than we figured. He's got that same slick charm his daddy Cesar Faison had, but there's an icy coldness underneath it that scares me more. He grabbed Joss like she belonged to him, like she had no right asking questions about his family business or poking around Windermere. And don't even get me started on Spencer standing there working with him. Seeing that boy, the one we all mourned, mixed up in Cassius's schemes still makes my stomach turn. How deep does this go? Is Spencer trapped too, or has he gone over to the dark side for real? Josslyn's a trained WSB agent, and she proved it when she clocked Cassius with that heavy object earlier, but this time he's got the upper hand in her own home. She's been digging too deep into Caesar's final project, asking too many questions, and now it's all coming back on her. I keep thinking about how brave she is, but also how young. It reminds me of folks I've known in real life, strong women who refuse to back down even when the odds are stacked against them. Still, I'm worried sick. One wrong move, and this could end real bad for that girl. These storylines hit me right in the feels every single time. One minute, Joss is just trying to live her life and do her job. The next, she's fighting for her freedom against a man who might be twice as dangerous as his daddy ever was. I'm counting the hours till the next episode because I got to know if she breaks free from that grip and what Cassius's real plan is. This old heart's still rooting hard for her. She's got more guts than most, and I sure hope she comes out on top. I keep turning it over in my mind, wondering what Cassius is really planning for Josslyn now that he's got her by the arm in her own apartment. Is he fixing to kidnap her for real and hold her hostage somewhere? That thought sends a chill right through me. Or maybe he's going to drag her off and introduce her to those shady characters, Jen Sidwell and Ross Cullum. Lord, if he does that, she'll be in even deeper trouble than she already is. Those names don't sit right with me. They feel like more bad news piled on top of bad news. Part of me hopes he's only there to give her one last serious warning. Stop digging into things that ain't her business, or there'll be consequences. But the way he grabbed her arm didn't feel like a warning. It felt like control, like ownership. Josslyn's life could be hanging by a thread right now, and that scares this old heart more than I like to admit. She's tough, but she's still just one young woman up against a man with his daddy's dark blood running through him. And don't forget, she struck first. She already clocked him good with that heavy object earlier. That means this ain't going to end clean or easy for either one of them. Actions like that have a way of coming back around. And in Port Charles, they usually come back swinging harder. I keep thinking about Spencer standing there working with Cassius too. Everything feels connected in the worst possible way, and Joss is smack in the middle of it. What really gets me excited and nervous at the same time is knowing this is the very first official week of May sweeps. That means the writers are loading up the drama, and we're going to see one shock after another over the next 5 days. Big twists, big dangers, and probably some heartbreak too. I'm telling all my friends who watch, you better not miss a single episode on ABC, because if the past is any indication, they're saving the best and the wildest stuff for right now. I'm sitting here rooting hard for Josslyn, praying she finds a way out of that grip and comes out stronger on the other side. She's got more courage than most folks twice her age, and watching her fight makes me proud. These stories may be make-believe, but the way they pull you in and make you care, that's real. Can't wait to see what happens next. This old man ain't missing a minute of it.